a little bit of information on several of our EdTech ecosystems. You can see pointed out here, we've got a few of the EdTech ecosystems that we're spotlighting for this purpose. Now, these are not the only thriving EdTech ecosystems on our continent, but we wanted to give you a flavor of different EdTech ecosystems from the different parts of the continent. So, if you'll see, for example, here, we have Egypt's EdTech transformation. We have an incredible ecosystem leader called EdVentures. They're a local investor, they're an ecosystem builder. They work closely with the ministries of education at the higher education level, at the basic education level, early learning, TVETs, all across. And they're building relationships and they're bringing their local innovators into those relationships to create public-private partnerships that are unlocking not only learning, but also employment opportunities in Egypt. So I'm not going to go deeply into each one of these. I know I'll lose you all if I do that, but we have people around. You see these small yellow cards. They have QR codes on them. They look like this. And in each one of these, you'll see we have an overview of a few of our different EdTech ecosystems. You'll see Egypt up here. We have EdTech Ethiopia, a newer ecosystem that's now thriving and building community to think about how do we engage, again, in a deep partnership with the Ethiopian government, accelerating education opportunities. We've got EdTech Kenya, we've got the Tanzania EdTech Alliance, we've got Injini down in South Africa, CC Hub in Nigeria, and the Ghana EdTech Alliance. Ghana EdTech Alliance. So you can talk to them directly about the incredible work that's happening in Ghana. Now, so we've all been building our local ecosystems at a country level, and we came together through the wonderful leadership of Ernest to be able to say, we want to work together. We want to advance EdTech on the African continent, and we believe we can do that together. So we will be stronger together, and we invite all of you to join us in that journey. We've got incredible initiatives that are happening to build those ecosystems. So, if you haven't seen EdTech Mondays is a storytelling platform that helps to highlight the opportunities, the challenges, the bright spots of how EdTech is happening on the continent. That's supported by MasterCard Foundation. They're helping to build an understanding and awareness of what's actually going on. So you can find those on YouTube, look on the MasterCard Foundation website, and see how do we learn more about these local ecosystems. I also see great initiatives like those that are happening through AUDA, NEPAD, and Respect that are talking about how do we actually create more of a digital public infrastructure for EdTech. You're going to hear about this from some of our panelists in just a moment. But I want to just give you an opportunity to dig in with us. If you don't know much about the African EdTech ecosystem, please come up, talk to us about it, tell us where you're interested to learn more about, and we're happy to share our stories with you, to give you our contact so you can follow our story together. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Kwame, who's going to lead our panel and give a little bit more insights from some of our leaders.
Give Africa a round of applause, guys. This is really exciting, and I was doing some interviews, very short interviews, just asking people how they were feeling about this, because this is the very first, right? And everything that happens the first time is very exciting, right? So, and the different opinions I was getting is it's about time, it's timely. Tom, I see you. Hello. This should have happened a long time ago, but baby steps. We're here. We'll be here for a very, very long time to come. If you believe that, please give yourselves a round of applause. Amazing. I'm going to have a few people come over. We're going to have a conversation. Please feel free to interact. There are lots of amazing EdTech entrepreneurs and actors in the space who are doing some amazing stuff. What I typically tell people when I have a conversation is Africa is a growing continent. There's lots of opportunity in Africa. My thing is, if once you identify a problem, understand that on the other side of the coin is what? A solution. And we need to work together to make sure that we solve that solution. So Africa is plagued with problems, but those problems are opportunities. And we have the responsibility through education to birth a new generation of leaders who are competent, who are capable, who are patriotic, who are committed, who have empathy and who are looking to challenge the status quo and tell a different story for Africa. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy the short conversation we are going to have. So help me welcome my panelists, Siku, John, and Sharaj. Yes? Yes? Or Tom, and Tom as well. Sorry, Tom. My apologies. Please have a seat.
Like being the last.
You sure? Yeah. Tom, they said it. Good to see you, man. I think I'll add Sharaj as well. I'll stand. I'm in a mood to stand. So Sharaj, please come and have a seat. Yes. You're good. So I guess first things first, we've been able to bring a crowd here. Tell me how you're feeling about this. African Pavilion, first time, Bett UK 2026. Let me start with you, Siku.
I don't think excited gets it. But let me use excited because I don't know what other ones. I'm ecstatic. Actually,
Right.
the word is ecstatic.
Right.
I think this is timely and I'm so grateful the way.
Amazing. Give you a round of applause, guys. Let me move on to Tom. Tom, how are you feeling?
I'm not sure if all of you know this, so I spent about 5 years working on the Bett show. I've known Ernest for all of that time. And it's been a long time coming. We've been plotting, how do we get more of Africa to Bett, to the biggest global EdTech event in the world? And I think testament to Ernest for sticking with it and keeping going, but also the community that we built along the way. It takes a lot of stakeholders to make something like this happen. And I think now we're here. It's a firm stake in the ground. This is what Africa are doing, and here's how you can come and work with us in future. So
Right.
congratulations everyone for everything.
Love it. Give him a shout. Let me take a few seconds to just give a shout to Ernest as well. I think what you've reminded me and all of us of is we should dream, and dream very big, because dreams can come true, right? Give Ernest a round of applause, guys. Let me come to you, John. How are you feeling?
This is the place to be. And the future is here. We are here for a long time. Join us or you'll be left behind.
You heard that here first. Sure.
On behalf of Master Foundation, these amazing EdTech solutions are part of our partnership. This is just a tip of the iceberg of the very innovative solutions that are locally generated, produced, that give access to education technology to learners across Africa. There's so much more for all of us to come together, but seriously proud of these achievements. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys. We buzz in Africa, we down, so yeah. Anyway, let me start with you, John. I want you to give the people here and all of us a brief history, if you like, in a few words, about the start of EdTech in Africa.
Africa is where education is taking place. This is where the populations are in terms of learners. We can put all the other learners in other continents together and compare with the learners in Africa. You'll be amazed. And this is where EdTech has been tried over decades, from the overhead projector to where we are today. And time came for us to say, we want to know why EdTech is not coming to bring resilient education. And we carried out a study, and we were able to see the barriers that are making EdTech not work. And at Africa Union, we developed the Africa EdTech Vision and Plan last year. And we did a policy framework to be able to implement that, and hence developed a policy developed a digital public infrastructure called RISPET that is now taking EdTech solutions that are vendor neutral, standards-based to every learner in Africa, irrespective of connectivity, and organizing.
If we hadn't done the work to build the ecosystem, we wouldn't have gotten here. I think we move further or we go further together. And I think this is a testament of all of the work that's happening around the continent to build those bridges, to collaborate. We're not in competition. We need all our children to learn and be able to provide solutions for the future. I think when Akimoto said it really well, we have the largest resource, which is our workforce. So how can we be competing to educate? There are too many. We even need more. So I think that this is a true testament of the work that has been done by the different ecosystem builders, and I'm so grateful to see the fruits, and this is just the beginning.
Amazing. This is just the beginning. Let me come to you, Shiraz. I mean, you're working with the MasterCard. I think this is going to. This is, I know in Ghana, for example, this is going to be like the third cohort that's starting this year. What has your experience been like? What's exciting about the EdTech space from your perspective?
We're seeing the local solutions understand the context of the challenges and be where the learners need to go. More so than companies that come at the time. Challenging barriers of access. We see solutions or even like a feature phone simply to break those barriers of access for technology. But more than that, we're seeing some amazing solutions that reach out to learners with disabilities, learners in kind of displaced communities, making it affordable all around. So they're trying to remove those barriers of access for young people in Africa.
Yeah, amazing. Please give me a round of applause. We've been doing some amazing work in the States. In my conversations, I say that what the MasterCard Foundation has done is it didn't bring the spotlight, it brought a floodlight to EdTech in Africa. I'm truly grateful to yourself and the team. Let me come to you, Tom. There are lots going on with you. What piqued your interest about what's happening in EdTech in Ghana? That's number one. And then number two, recently, Little Bett told me about the Alliance of Alliances. You're going to tell us a few words what that is about. Great.
Well, first of all, with Ghana, I think, as I mentioned before, Ernest, it must have been a year and a half ago, invited me to be a judge on the semi-finals for the Global EdTech Startup Awards. I think you joined as well, Kwame. And as part of that, it was the first time I'd really seen this direct vision into what are some of the EdTech solutions that are being created in a very different context to the rest of the world. And I was just amazed at what I saw, and it kind of reinvigorated me to say to Ernest, like, what do you think you need? How can we present more of this on the global stage? And I think the work that, not just in Ghana, but the work that GSET were doing kind of across Africa to bring startups together, to be able to bring them into the global stage, I thought was really valuable. And I thought that, if I get a chance in any of my future endeavors to support this work, I'd love to. Which nicely segues into the Alliance of Alliances, which is it's an alliance that we soft launched last year. I saw some colleagues from UNESCO with us just now, but UNESCO's Global Education Coalition have kindly allowed us to sort of develop this and incubate it. And we also have support from UNICEF. We have about 20 initial members representing more than 100 countries in the world. And I think testament to the Africa EdTech Exchange, in the first month or so of talking about this Alliance of Alliances, this global community, I had the chance to speak to both Ernest and to Jen as well. And I think that their response, positivity, the idea of using a global alliance to support their own ecosystem work was so positive. And I think massive testament to them that they've been part of the Alliance of Alliances from the start. And I think seeing how the future and how AEE can play a vital role in bringing Africa to the table as these global conversations we have at the Alliance of Alliances. I mean, I'm really excited what's going to come next. So that's why I couldn't say no to being a part of this today.
Amazing. Please give them a round of applause. I mean, maybe give us all, we'll have a really good conversation, but we need to wrap this conversation. So I'm going to start with you, Siku. What is your vision on the future of EdTech in Africa? Please give us two.
But I think ultimately, we have a lot of young people. We have an incredible resource in our young people. EdTech needs to be system-driven. So that we're feeding into the jobs of the future. We're feeding into economic growth. If it doesn't link to what the future would look like, then we're just deploying tools in the classroom. So how do we ensure that EdTech is building the sort of workforce and resource that we need, that the world needs, frankly, for the world to come?
Beautifully put. Question is, what is the vision? What vision? What's the vision of the future of EdTech in Africa? What's your vision?
So I think the vision should be that EdTech becomes, continuing the work on making everything culturally relevant, regionally relevant, that local innovators and entrepreneurs can develop and scale up what they're developing. So it's not just a kind of community thing, it's something that can really support on a bigger scale than that. And I think that it's about using all of that work that goes into something like AEE and ensuring that Africa is, Africans in future are equity of access to education. And I think a lot of that comes down to the opportunities provided from EdTech.
Good one. Round of applause, guys. Let me come to you, John.
Thank you. In EdTech in Africa, I have been around for about 4 decades. Many of you have worked with me. And the vision I have is exactly equal to the Africa Union vision. Borrowed from Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. And again, coming with a vision and plan for EdTech for Africa is 200 million learners receiving quality digital learning with the devices that are in their hands. We are not talking about them having computer labs or having connectivity, but receiving digital learning with the devices that are in their hands at that time. That is the vision. And that is the quality of learning that will make education in Africa resilient and powerful. And therefore I'm saying, join us in the Africa Union vision and plan for EdTech, and you succeed.
Wow. Amazing stuff. Raj?
It's hard to go last after something very glad. I'd like to say this, that the future of EdTech, we don't talk about EdTech, we talk about education, because you cannot separate education and technology anymore. So that vision of education in Africa that provides access, inclusive access to every young learner, to provide them with the skills needed for dignified and fulfilling work, as the jobs landscape is changing almost on a daily basis. So how do we create the relevance and quality of education through EdTech? Thank you.
Kindly give all of them a round of applause. We've wrapped up this conversation. Please feel free to reach out to any of them to delve deeper. They have lots to share. Personally, I vouch for them. When they say something, they mean it.